For the remainder of this evening, we'll still see some partly cloudy skies in place, and most of the storms are actually going to stay to the west of here. It's possible that on our fringe western counties here, we could see some storms sneak in later on this evening, but in terms of stronger storms, severe threats, that should be staying to our west and northwest for this evening, and then kind of cloudy tonight. But here we go into tomorrow, and tomorrow could play out in many different ways. Yes, there is a thunderstorm chance, but when are those storms going to fire and just how many of them? Those are all questions that would be difficult to answer right now because it's all dependent on how tonight's storms play out farther to our northwest. And that could go many different ways itself. So it's possible by the late morning hours some thunderstorms could be igniting here in central Texas, but I wouldn't be surprised if it held off till the afternoon. Now, once these get going, there could be several of them and also working down to the Brazos Valley. This particular model has this coming to an end by 6 p.m. That might be a little bit early. So the bigger takeaway here is that for much of central Texas and parts of the Brazos Valley tomorrow, there will be some thunderstorm chances. And of course, we have to mention a possible severe threat with those, mainly for some damaging winds and hail, but an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out either. By Friday, we will be dry, but waking up to some cloudier conditions that morning. So scattered severe thunderstorm potential for Thursday in these orange shaded areas. It does take in much of central Texas and parts of the Brazos Valley. Again, when exactly that'll start, it still kind of remains to be seen right now. More isolated potential as you head on out to the west. And again, your potential here might actually be highest with the flooding. Some urban and small stream and street flooding could be occurring in some places. Lesser threats for hail and wind, and cannot rule out completely isolated tornado threat tomorrow. Dry on Friday, and you've probably heard about that weekend forecast right now. It is a hot one with highs in the mid-90s to upper 90s. It will be sunny, though. In fact, the next several days look to be on the dry side. Very few rain chances out there for next week. It will remain hot with highs in the 90s.